Hello everybody and welcome to another Tomb Tuesday. It is September 6th, which is a Tuesday. This is also the 52nd Tomb Tuesday since Harry took over. So this one is special. It is the 1 year anniversary. So I am going to read a lot of this verbatim just because it's coming from Harry and he's sort of addressing everything that's happened over the last year. So my fellow Tomb Raiders, happy Tomb Life Tuesday. This week we celebrate 52 weeks of Tomb. This means 1 year of Tomb for those unfamiliar with Gregorian calendars. As I reflect back on the year we've had, I recognize a lot of ups and downs, but in the end, I'm extremely proud of all that we've accomplished together. We have the team, we have the community, we have the patience, and we have the capital to keep this dream alive and to continue pushing the boundaries of DeFi. We've come a long way from gatekeepers, and we have made many improvements along the way. I have personally grown as an individual just by taking on the challenges that come with a DeFi protocol and taking the risks necessary to grow in this space. Let's be honest, some days have been better than others, but the outstanding talent on this team and the unrivaled community we have makes every single day a blessing to be alive. Speaking of community, I want to take some time today to recognize just how special you all really are. I've seen a lot of ugly in the crypto space, and I've witnessed some unnerving backlash from time to time, but never in my life have I seen such a strong group of people band together for something bigger than themselves. Our mods have put together a list of individuals that have gone above and beyond in the Tomb Life community and have become recognizable individuals amongst their peers. Our mods are the absolute best in the business, and they are always available whenever anyone needs some help. And then there's a picture over here showing the most active Discord members, most active Telegram members, most creative meme connoisseurs, most talented artistic friends, and special mentions, degens, and chads. So anybody that's familiar with the Tomb community, whether you are on Discord or Telegram or both, we'll see a lot of the same faces. You'll hear a lot of really good jokes. There's a lot of things that stem all the way back to the very beginning of June of 2021, and then the new beginning with Harry in September of 2021, and reflecting back with those guys and girls is just amazing, right? So it's amazing that Harry does recognize that. He understands that the mods are there 24/7 on both platforms, and they really do have a very good grip on who is with us and who's along for the ride. This last year brought on a series of challenges. Immediately after taking over the reins of Tomb, I knew that I needed to hit the ground running in order to continue where the original team left off. There were so many ideas and directions that could be taken, but at the end of the day, we needed meaningful utility. Meaningful utility for Tomb and the collapse of security in DeFi are the reasons why a permissioned L2, which is Tomb Chain, was born. Tomb Chain allows us to create a safe environment for trading and yield farming while utilizing Tomb as a gas token. Now from there, Life was born. Life opens up the door to nearly unlimited possibilities because I have built it from the ground up. Life is flexible and dynamic, and it complements Tomb in so many ways. Life is the dawn of a new era in crypto, especially in DeFi, and it will help to lead the charge to a safer way to interact with smart contracts while operating on a permissioned L2. All right, and the last sort of paragraph here for the monologue. All these ideas needed to be fleshed out a year ago for everything to make sense. I have not and still cannot reveal all my plans as there's too many copycats out there looking to sabotage great ideas. Just know that I'm not done building. I have done what all successful people in the past have done. I have surrounded myself with the greatest team possible who have the ability and talents to take ideas and turn them into reality. This team has brought you 2 Tomb UIs, a Tomb Swap, a Life Swap DEX, a brand new permissioned L2 Tomb Chain, a validator node on Phantom, a CeFi trading exchange, FELIX.com, a brand new Life protocol that features a DEX, lending, staking, and borrowing, as well as a stablecoin optimized for trading and borrowing, which is the brand new L3USD stablecoin. As I say all the time, we still have more to come. All right, and then he goes on to say one more thing. I have a lot to announce in this 1-year anniversary, but let me lead off with this. DeFi Derivatives on Tomb Chain. So that's all we're going to talk about just at the moment. Let's cue up this picture. So here we can sort of see a timeline of what's going on. You can see September 2021 to the current September that we're in right now at 52 weeks of Tomb. So how he took over the project over here, it was between September 6th and September 9th or so, in that ballpark. DeBank supports for Tomb, more DEX support for Tomb, new trading pairs for Tomb, FDN liquidity incentives. Then we had Phantom Validator Node 82. We got a new website UI back in December. Lending for Tomb and T-Share. Single supply pools on Tarot. Going cross-chain. That's when we had stuff on AVAX and Poly. Tomb.com, FELIX.com, Fanny.com, and Life.com domains were secured. That was in January. Then we had Tomb Swap went live, acquisition of Shiba Phantom, which is now the T-Bone. So as you read about the airdrops for Fanny and T-Bone, that will be coming after the Fountain of Life. New supply vaults on Tarot, Reaper, and Beefy. Hacken Audit, limit orders, Tomb Swap, T-Bone naming competition. FELIX.com goes live, 240 days of snapshots, acquisition of Zoo, integration of Dia Oracle, end of T-Share mission, start of Life Genesis. So this was 90 days ago, right? Essentially from here, because we're just about the end of Genesis. Deposit Phantom stables on FELIX.com. So that was the first of any exchange to do that. Tomb Chain went live. That's our L2, permissioned L2. Life.com went live. AlphaTori sponsorship. Fabio, I'll mess up the name, but Fabio, MotoGP sponsorship. FELIX.com mobile apps. L3USD stablecoin went live. L3USD curve pools live. And then right here, we're at the 52-week mark. So as you can see, there's just an absolute ton that has been going on in the span of 52 weeks, in the span of this last year. And if you think about the way the market has been going globally, right, the market's been down since November. So think about that. September, October, part of November, 2.5 months, we were in a decent run, the tail end of a decent run, and it's been down ever since. And these guys have not even brought their head up for air. It's just nothing but work and building and getting things accomplished and doing all that in a down market. So really good stuff. All right, now the verbatim speech is done, and we're good, and we'll go on to the rest of the Tomb update, and I'll try to paraphrase as best as possible. So, Tomb updates. Last week they talked about the beta version, right? That is out. The links were in the last medium, and they're also on the YouTube description. So you can get to that, or you can queue it up, Telegram or Discord, to go back, find the link, and you're good to go. All right, so far, so really good feedback on the new UI. People love that it's very clean, it's very sleek, it looks beautiful, it looks like life. So the branding is uniform amongst the two of them, which is amazing. All right, currently about 3+ days left in the original Genesis. Genesis for Life was scheduled for 90 days, right? So that should be over somewhere around September 10th, according to the contracts. Now, our new quarterly Genesis farms, those are the ones we spoke about that are going to be either approved or not approved. This one is approved, so there will be a Q4 Genesis pool. The assets we don't know yet. We'll talk about that a little bit later in this Tomb Tuesday. But Q4 is coming, and on Tomb, you'll have the Q4 just like you do right now. So you have the Genesis farms that'll start Q4 or earlier. It says right here, or earlier. So there's a chance we might have a grace period towards the middle of September to the end of September, where the Q4 one has begun early. So there is a chance there. We don't know for sure. Now on Life, you'll have the brand new Nursery. The Nursery will act just like the Genesis pools on Tomb, the quarterly Genesis pools on Tomb, but it'll be called the Nursery, and it'll be on Life, which means it'll be on Tomb Chain. Now, the first two tokens that I'll announce will be L3USD and L-Share. Stay tuned to find out what the rest of the assets will be, and they will all be for Life rewards. Now, they will announce 2 tokens a day from including today, so starting today, which the two just said, all the way up until Saturday, potentially with some bonus ones. If we do, we'll see them on Saturday. And here's a shot right here of just what's going on. 3 days, 20 hours, give or take. And this is Genesis, and this is on the new UI, right? The beta UI. All right, brand new stuff. The Mortuary and the Mausoleum are coming. So Tomb.com is growing, all right? The feature set is growing. And today he's announcing that the Mortuary is coming over to Tomb.com. The Mortuary will act as a lending product. It'll be very similar to the Terrace on Life.com. Next is going to be the Mausoleum. Now, the Mausoleum will be like the greenhouse. So talk about single staking specific assets. You'll get a receipt token. So you'll mint a receipt token. It'll auto compound in the background, and it'll be based on the APR rewards will be based on what is being borrowed out of the Mortuary. So those two are going to go hand in hand. We have a screenshot here with everything's blurred out, but you can see the Mortuary and the Mausoleum right next to the Masonry and Cemetery flagging it on the left-hand side. So really cool stuff. That's great to see that new Tomb stuff is coming on top of all the new Life stuff. So that's amazing. Tomb chain updates. All right, so they're humming right along here. Everything so far is good, and they mentioned that less and less tweaks needed. Fewer and fewer tweaks needed over every week, which is amazing. So, when you first release something, you're going to have a backlog of X amount of things that you're going to need to fix and change and move, and data's coming in, every minute of the day, and you're analyzing that data and you're making decisions. So that is becoming less dramatic every week, which is great, which means everything is headed in the right directions. There are 130,000 transactions in so far. And they're getting closer and closer to enabling more protocols to utilize the power, speed, and flexibility of Tomb Chain, which is great. And you have a beautiful graphic right here coming in and showing the 130,000 transactions, total blocks at 133, wallets at 2216, about 1,422 transactions per day on average. All right, Q4 2022, Life and Tomb updates Nursery and Genesis pools. Now, we did just mention this above, but it's mentioned again down here with some beautiful graphics, right? So by this time next week, the original Q3 Genesis pools on Tomb.com will be complete. We are launching the Q4 Genesis pools on Tomb.com for Phantom and Q4 Nursery pools on Life.com for Tomb Chain this coming week. So there is a chance we are going to see that sooner than October 1st, which is amazing. Now, he goes on to say the Fountain of Life has an estimated date at the end of September, but that's pending audits. So we do sort of need those audits to go through. We need them to finish. That's going to be on a third party, so there's no way we could speed that up. And then depending on what they come back with, if any changes need to be made, so on and so forth, until it is a fully completed audit and up to satisfaction. Now, this is what we were talking about before. These are going to be for Nursery and Genesis. So L3USD and L-Share are the first two, right? We have 8 more coming, potentially some bonuses. We'll find out. But as you can see here, token 1 L3, token 2 L-Share will be available for single staking in the Nursery, will be available for single staking in the Nursery, right? And that is L3 and L-Share. And then again, it's the same thing for Tomb. So the light blue for Life and the dark purple for Tomb. And so both of those will be going live the same time. L3USD updates. So we're seeing consistent growth of L3 VCS stablecoin. Our locked TVL using L3 as part of our stable pools in the Cemetery V2 is over 2 million. And you can see that in this screenshot here. So in this triple pool of L3 USDC DAI, these are the curve pools. L3 with USDC FUSDT, 1.5 million, 400,000. I mean, right here, you're almost at 2 million, right? And then you got another 600,000 here, 150,000 here, 56,000 here. And all of these utilize L3 in some way for those pools. All right, so it's amazing to see the interest catch on so quickly. As we mentioned last week, we are only on phase 1 of fully launching L3 VCS stablecoin solution. So there is a phase 2 and there is a phase 3. So phase 1, once you reach a sizable amount of TVL, that'll open up the door to phase 2. Phase 2 will allow for borrowing. And then phase 3 is utilizing L3USD with more LP pairs. So putting those with other assets, your Phantom, your Tomb, your T-Share, it depends what they decide. But once they do that, then you're generating yield using L3USD. So it becomes part of your portfolio and it becomes part of your decision making as you are, playing the game of Tomb and the game of life. Here's a screenshot of the curve pools. And you can see over here, L3USD, that's the 3 pool, and 3 pool V2, which is, that's MIM, I'm sorry. So it's the top one here. So the very top one in first place over here for volume, 850,000 with a TVL of 1.5 million. So that's absolutely fantastic, right? So a lot of interest already. Now we are in a market which is conducive to using stablecoins because we're in a bear market. So being in a stablecoin is good. Now generating yield with that stablecoin, even better. Life Stable Swap is coming to Tomb Chain. So again, brand new stuff for the 1-year anniversary. Life.com will house a stablecoin swap that allows for quick and easy exchange between assets. So very similar to Curve, you'll be able to swap USDC, FUSDT, most likely DAI, for L3USD and then vice versa. So either way, these swaps will provide a backbone for users looking to utilize their L3USD and push it to the next level when they have the full lending product available, right? When that is all said and done, phase 2 will bring in lending, phase 3 will bring in more LPs. But if you're utilizing that to get in and out quickly, there'll be a separate swap. So instead of using the DEX on Life, you'll be able to just go right to Stable Swap and you'll be able to swap just stables back and forth. DeFi Derivatives on Tomb Chain. Now, this is amazing. This is a huge surprise, but let's go on and see what it says here. I'm not ready to share much on this topic at the moment, but this is one of my favorite pieces I've been working on in the background of the last several months. We are still very early with this product, but I wanted to be able to announce this to you today. We are currently in the alpha stage of production as far as development is concerned, but this will be a huge product. Now, for those less familiar with derivatives, the short summary is that derivatives are like futures and options, right? They derive their price from an underlying asset. It allows users to manage their risk by utilizing these products for hedging. So you can use it for hedging and you can use it for speculation. Those are the two main points when it comes to using any sort of derivatives, but especially something like futures or something like options in that ballpark, right? So again, you can use it for speculation, you can use it for hedging, you can use it to grow your capital faster than spot trading. Our derivative platform for DeFi will usher in new opportunities to add more flexibility to your trading portfolio. So that is something that really extremely excited for it. So this could really change the tide of the way things move in DeFi, allowing us to have a derivative platform, a derivative exchange on Tomb Chain, which is already lightning fast, can be really, really, really amazing. So see how that all shakes out. You said that they're early alpha, so it's going to be a long time. Similar to how we announced L1, right? It's going to be a long time before that is available out and there's any updates to even talk about. But know that that is being worked on and it's being built and it's in early alpha. FELIX is adding friends, so there is a new token that is coming. They're getting ready to launch. There'll be more details on that on Thursday, but yesterday there was a tweet that went out from FELIX and it looks just like this guy right here, and it's the mystery token. So Thursday they will reveal that it's in testing. So look forward to that coming on Thursday. You'll be able to find out what token that is. But there is a little hint here. This will be the first token to bridge the DeFi gap from Phantom as FELIX opens its door to all of DeFi. Now, what this means is this particular token is not even available on Phantom at the moment. So this is a BNB token. That'll become from the BNB chain, or for those that remember, the Binance Smart Chain, the BSC chain, before they rebranded and changed their name to BNB chain. So very exciting stuff coming throughout the week for FELIX. All right, airdrops for Fannie and T-Bone. Again, until the Fountain of Life is out, until the Life protocol is done, we will not be seeing the attention turn over to Fannie and T-Bone just yet. But that does not mean they're not working on it in the background and getting everything finalized and prepared for that drop. In the meantime, they do have number 3 of the Life in Crypto comic strip. And this is, yeah, if I say it correctly, it's Yay-Year-Old and Yali 6040 Yay every day. I will leave this on the screen for the next minute or so, or not really, no. You could just pause it and read through it at your own content, or you can go on Medium. You can read it there. You can go on Discord. You can read it there, or you can go on Telegram and you can read it there. So lots of different ways to get to this material. 52 weeks are just the beginning. So as you can see in this picture down below, this is like a massive list of things that have happened, things that are live now, and things that are coming down the road. If it has the little light on over here, then it has already happened, or it's live at the moment. Game of Tomb, Tomb Chain Layer 2, L3USD Stablecoin. These are all products that are already out. Things that are coming still, Mobile Life, Mobile Wallet, Game of Life, which will be complete once the Fountain of Life is out. Fountain of Life over here, Launchpad, NFT Marketplace, only platform. Fannie and T-Bone, other airdrops that were including the T-Bonds, and Life tokens, lending platform, Mortuary, Mausoleum. These are now in beta, so we'll get these pretty soon. Nursery, DeFi Derivatives Exchange, so this is a brand new one over here, and LifeChain Layer 1. So there is just an absolute ton of stuff that is still coming, and there's already a ton of stuff that's already been launched. So pretty amazing stuff, all things considered. All right, the Game of Tomb and the Game of Life were built for everyone to enjoy safe and diverse place within the DeFi market that can offer endless possibilities for every type of user. We continue to develop, educate, and work tirelessly to preserve our protocol and the community's best interests. We appreciate your support. That'll wrap it up for the 1-year anniversary update number 52 weeks of Tomb with Harry. We keep calm, we tomb on, and we enjoy life.